The top 10 richest leagues in the world. Number 1. So if the NFL is the richest league in the world, who do you think is number 2? If any of you got number 10 correct, I would give you money from my pocket. The UEFA Champions League is back, but on Tuesday, you have Manchester City playing against Copenhagen. So how are you calling it?
I think I'll go for Richest.
It's a win in France.
Yeah. But in Paris, it will be close, very close for PSG too.
Sure. Listen, guys, after 2 months off, the UEFA Champions League is back now. In midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, there are games, 4 matches in total. We just go through the games very, very quickly. I've missed the Champions League. You know, it's just the sound of the music. Come on, man. If your club is there, you will enjoy. If your club is not there,
you will still enjoy.
You enjoy the music. And enjoy the football.
Or if you're an investor, you make money through the
bet. So you don't really need your club to be there before you enjoy it.
Yeah, one of the most expensive, one of the most popular football leagues in the world is coming back on Tuesday. Speaking of which, I just remembered. Who do you think, or what league do you think is the biggest? Is it the biggest, richest football league?
It has to be the EPL, sure.
The EPL,
of course.
Of all leagues, all sports.
No, you said football.
The richest leagues in the world, all sports. Okay, let's do this.
I don't know that. I have to check.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Would you want to take a guess? The richest league in the world.
All sports inclusive.
All sports.
It has to be something from America.
It has to be something from America.
It's got to be something from
NFL.
America. American sports have got a lot of. NFL.
Yeah?
Is it NFL?
NFL is correct. Do you even understand that sport? Do you understand NFL, like American football?
I'm just not a big fan of it. I understand it, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's
American sports is boring.
Yeah, I think it's for me it is because it cannot last for a minute
without stoppage, right?
Bro,
that's the most annoying thing,
bro. It's just come on.
But it helped me because when I was in school in the US. Like the only way I learned the rules was every stoppage, then I'll ask my friends, what does this mean?
You can have a conversation.
Yes, you can have like, what does this mean?
But
I mean,
when I was there, that completely put me off.
Right. It's always stopping.
I just will not use 1 minute of my time to watch.
Yeah, I'm so impatient of it.
Why is it not being allowed to flow? Let the game flow. I'm used to watching football.
The richest. It's the richest
in terms of money
in the world. It's unbelievable.
The risk.
Its commercial pool is monstrous.
It's unbelievable. The halftime show, the halftime commercials on the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl this weekend, by the way.
Yeah,
as well.
Have you realized the UEFA is trying to do something with is it Pepsi?
Yeah,
as well. You know, Pepsi used
halftime show. Huh?
Yeah, and they did it in the final.
Yeah.
In the final where Benaboy, I forget, Benaboy was there performed.
That's a new innovation.
So now they call it kickoff show, not halftime show, kickoff show. So they're trying to also bring that commercial aspect of it.
So like infuse entertainment
and make it sportainment.
Yeah,
sportainment.
Exactly. And Benaboy performed. Yeah, we wait to see who performs this year. It's
Tomboy.
That would be lovely, isn't it?
That would be.
Featuring Rihanna.
That would be lovely.
Featuring who? Rihanna.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, man, why not?
So if the
NFL, something.
So if the NFL is the richest league in the world, who do you think is number 2? Certainly.
It still has to be something in America.
Really? Why would it be? Not Premier League?
It has to be football.
The American sports.
Premier League.
Premier League?
Then the Premier League.
I'll tell you what. Do you want me to tell you where the Premier League is?
Wait, tell me.
Premier League is actually number 4.
So second could be baseball.
Premier League is number 5. So I beg your pardon. So if Premier League is number 5, and Premier League is the richest football league in the world.
No doubt about that. I mean, nobody comes close to the Premier League's money.
Yes. So now Premier League is number 5. Who do you think is in number 2, 3, and 4?
So we've spoken about the NFL.
NFL 1. Premier League 5.
Basketball.
So you
basketball.
Have baseball.
No, you have baseball at number 2.
NBL.
Right?
No.
Basketball.
MLB.
NBA is the second richest league in the world.
It has to be NBA.
NBA. Basketball.
And not baseball.
No, baseball.
Where does baseball place?
Number 3.
Third.
Right.
Oh, that's
so
close.
the first 3.
Massively American.
So how do Americans find money to make 3 of their leagues the richest, even before anything else from anywhere in the world.
They've got the biggest,
Bigger markets than
Silicon Valley.
They
They've
have
got
a
the biggest
bigger market than, well,
No, the
bigger market is not the same as bigger
spending
population,
power.
right?
Spending power.
What biggest economy?
they have a
Spending
bigger
power.
Okay, so number
Spending
1,
power.
Biggest economy.
NFL. Number 2, basketball, NBA. Number 3, MLB, Major League Baseball. Take a guess at number 4. We know Premier League's at number 5 already.
There is another Premier League.
What Premier League? Premier League is the first football team in the list, and it's at number 5, which means
cricket?
Yes.
Cricket. What?
Yeah,
India.
but what cricket?
India's Premier League.
So that's what I said. Another
Premier League.
You didn't even
IPL. IPL. Indian Premier League.
That is the one that doesn't surprise me. In fact, I expected it to be maybe a little higher.
I didn't see I was going to beat NBA or the
NFL.
Major League Baseball
Yeah.
or NFL. So I mean, number 4 is just
since we
different.
are on the subject of Champions League, can any of you guess
Number
where it would
6.
be? Let's say top 10.
Number 6,
Nah,
7,
nah.
8.
Keep going.
9.
9 is correct.
Oh, so
The
that
UEFA Champions League is the 9th richest league in the world. So then we have to fill position 6, 7, and 8. Which other leagues do you think are richer than the Champions League? But the Premier League is richer than. We have 3 of them.
La Liga?
La Liga is number 7.
La Liga and La Liga are doing well.
La Liga is number 7.
So La Liga is closely after Champions League then.
And then
No, La Liga is number 7. Champions League number 9. We already
Number 9.
established that. Yes.
You said it was number 6, Premier League.
No, Premier League number 5. So we are feeling 6, 7, 8.
Also, La Liga is number 7.
Yes. So who is 6? Who is
7
directly behind the Premier League?
7 will be the French league.
Why would the French League?
No.
French League is
French
League. They're so poor. French League.
It's not even in the top 10.
Either the
Right.
Bundesliga or the Italian Serie A.
Serie A is broke.
No.
What?
It's not.
Sierra, the Bundesliga?
Dude. It's okay. Let me help you guys. It's not football.
Okay. it's
Number
not
6 is
football.
not football.
It's not ice hockey.
NHL. Ice hockey.
Okay.
Yeah. Ice hockey sits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the National
yeah,
Hockey League.
It's got a lot of again
wow.
America.
Yes.
But the question suggested that all of those lots were football.
Where football
Football leagues.
related.
Right.
That's
Which
it.
ones?
No,
Like
you said
when you
which
say
other
one, the
football
one that
leagues?
leads ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned which other football leagues.
yes.
were.
From what we were doing, you should have known that I
No,
was
but you
just
said
asleep.
which other football,
Football
leagues?
league.
So
The Premier
NHL,
League is-
NHL, yeah,
Yeah.
National Hockey League. That's
Yes.
in sixth.
Russian?
That's in sixth.
Why does
NHL.
NHL is number 6.
National Hockey League.
So NHL is number 6.
La
La Liga is number 7.
Yeah.
Who do you think is at number 8?
Is it football?
Yes, it's a football league.
the
Football
Bundesliga?
league.
Bundesliga.
The
for
Bundesliga
sure.
number 8.
Number 8.
Number 9.
We filled number 9 already. It's
Champions League?
UCL.
Yeah.
And then the number 10.
If any of you got number 10 correct, I would give you money from my pocket.
US Open.
It's not football.
The US
It's
Open.
not football.
No, the
It's football.
Yeah.
And that's why I am so confident you will get it wrong.
Russian League.
Why the heck would I mention it first? Sitcho is a smart kid. It slipped out of my mouth earlier.
The Russian League.
It's the Russian Premier League.
Russian Premier League.
Unbelievable. So, the top 10 richest leagues in the world. Number 1,
NFL.
NFL. Number 2, NBA. Number 3, Major League Baseball. So, top 3 all in
America.
USA.
America. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Number 4, Indian Premier League from India. That's cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
Number 5, EPL Premier League from England. Rich league, but not as rich as cricket or baseball or basketball or American football. Unbelievable.
Number 6
Number
is the
6 is
National Hockey League.
hockey.
National Hockey League, yeah.
National Hockey League.
Again, another one from
NHL,
America.
Another North American. And then number 7 is La Liga. Number 8 is Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Number 9
UEFA
is the
Champions
Champions League. And number 10 is the Russian Premier League.
Wow.
Where is the Italian Serie A? I know.
Should be around number 12.
It has cut off the...
Okay.
So you know how when you are...
Anyway, let's talk about number 9.
It doesn't fit in the screen.
Let's talk about number 9.
Yes, number 9.
From where? That's where I come from. That's what I was doing, man. You read it late.
That was a good
Oh,
one.
yeah,
That's-
I
that was a
got
good
it.
number
I got
9.
it,
That was a good one.
Let's talk about number 9.
Okay, the UEFA Champions League is back. Let's go through the games. The 4 games this week. Okay, on Tuesday, you have Manchester City playing against Copenhagen, and then you have I think what's the other game? And then you have Leipzig up against Real Madrid.
Copenhagen qualified because they were in a group full of incompetent teams like Manchester United. And if there's one thing we know about City, they get easy draws. The other thing is that they put those teams right in their
That is so true.
Let's not waste time on analysis on how this will.
So City blow them apart.
They will blow them out.
That's straightforward.
I think it will be game over after the first leg.
Oh my God.
After Tuesday,
they're going away.
Where's the
though.
first game?
They're going
Away.
away. City are going away.
I think it's not going to be an easy fixture for City.
It wasn't easy for Bayern in the group
Copenhagen have
stages, was it?
And even last season, City were in the same group with Copenhagen. Copenhagen didn't lose a game at home. The whole of last season. And this season.
And then this season,
they've
they
been-
were in the group with Man United and Bayern Munich.
Watch those
Is
I
it
think.
watch those games.
I think.
Bayern met
beat them
Copenhagen
away.
at a time when Bayern were incompetent.
No,
Man
Bayern have
United.
not been great this season.
Bayern even beat
So
them
that's
away.
the point. So there is little value. I would not give too much value to any team that gets
Coming
a
from
result.
that
out of
group.
So what I'm
Bayern.
saying is,
It's
last
like
season-
beating Man United around this time.
Yeah.
I respect what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the Copenhagen that is getting results against these teams are meeting these teams at a time when they are bad.
Okay, but I'm saying, so you think City are going to win?
Oh, City will blow them out.
All day.
I think City are going to go through over the two ties. I just think that the away fixture to Copenhagen is not going to be as easy. If City are going to, it's going to be a very close match, maybe 1-0, 2-1. I don't think they'll blow them apart in Copenhagen. I don't think so.
I have a dissenting view to that. I think in that first leg, a minimum of 3-0.
Right.
A minimum, because look, I truly saying, I watched them against Bayern home and away. I watched them against Manchester home and away. Both games, they lost at Old Trafford, and then they came back and won 4-3 at home against United. A game that United should have wrapped up a silly red card from Marcus Rashford. With about the first 10 minutes, they were already trading 2-0. But for that red card, I wouldn't have seen them come back.
And
into
even
that
in the
game.
second half.
Even in the second half, United again took a lead. But again, one match. So if you look at Man City, Pep looks at those games and he just instructs Kevin
Last season,
De Bruyne.
Pep didn't win there.
I'm talking about this season.
Right.
They'll go and they'll beat them.
And this
They'll go-
season, they qualified with a 100% record.
There you go.
They beat every
They beat
single
every
team.
single
Of that City.
And that's the
But
first
they'll
time
go
that's
through the
happened.
group. They'll go through the stage. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
And then for the second game,
Leipzig,
What's the
Real
second
Madrid.
game?
Leipzig, Real Madrid. I think at home,
In Germany?
in
Yeah.
Germany, it's going to be interesting. Because hardly do you see a German team lie low at home. Yes, it is Real Madrid. They are in fine form in the La Liga. The chemistry among those youthful boys, unbelievable. But Leipzig, I watched them play against Man City last season, home and away. And they were not pushovers.
Not even last season. This season. They were
This
in the same
season, they
group.
were
They
there.
were in the same group again.
Yeah.
Again,
And last
not,
season too, yeah.
again, not pushovers.
And Leipzig didn't win.
It's
But they've lost Werner, though.
Yes,
He wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing. He was on the
He wasn't even
bench.
playing.
He wasn't even
That's
playing.
why, that's why they could afford to loan him out to Spurs.
Yeah.
At this
He
time of
wasn't
the
being
season.
looked at as an integral member of the team.
He was
So
coming off the
that-
bench and stuff.
That game, yes, I expect Real to qualify over the two legs, but the game against in Germany, I expect it to be a very close,
Yeah.
very, very close.
I actually don't think Bayern. I don't think Real Madrid will win in Germany.
I worry for Real Madrid a little bit, not because of, I think because of the injury worries they've got. Militao, we know, is out of the season.
Yeah.
Got twice out.
Rudiger got injured recently. And so they don't have centre backs. So we saw them when they play against Atletico Madrid. It was Carvajal and
then-
Nacho.
and Nacho.
Who partnered. Maybe Rudiger is back for the fixture. If Rudiger is available, maybe then Rudiger and Nacho is a more natural combination.
That's
But
it.
they're going to play Carvajal. And if Tchouameni is not, Tchouameni has also filled in that spot in the absence of, Nacho or anybody. If Tchouameni is back in time, that is fine. They can manage it.
Yeah.
But I think if they're going to go into that game with Nacho and Carvajal, then Leipzig could be licking their lips and be thinking they've
Yeah.
got goals in there.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
I think that Sicho has made a brilliant point, but Madrid are in this situation because their ambition and the fact that they are a well-run club has become an encumbrance to them. What I mean by that is that Madrid are looking ahead. In the summer, everyone expects they would make a move for Lenny Euro. They would make a move for Kylian Mbappe. Those are investments that they think about and consider as priorities. So much so that if it means going through this period without any investment, even to show up for the very obvious,
So in January, they could have fixed it.
they could have fixed it. But Madrid probably look at that situation and think that if we throw in 30 million or 40 million, what does that do to our finances? What does that do to even the squad itself? Because is that player who's joining in January going to agree to be number 3, number 4 on the pecking order?
Because a loan deal. If I'm a decent centre back and Real Madrid calls me for 6-month loan deal, I'm running to Real Madrid.
Of course.
I'm going.
But ask Emmanuel Adebayo.
I won't go.
He went, and at the time of his life.
I'm running to Real Madrid because
You see, it depends on the age of the player.
Yeah, he was at Man City when they took him
Michael
on.
Essien went on loan to Real
But
Madrid.
then we know the
But
buffalo was fading.
the
out.
other thing also is that of the players that Real Madrid will be good enough for Real Madrid around this time, they are not the kind of players you get for a loan deal.
Exactly.
Harry Maguire is available for loan.
Anyway, Leipzig.
On a more serious note,
Yeah.
knock on Man United's door. Every time I doesn't fancy Varane, bring Varane back on loan.
I
That's
agree.
one they could have
And
done.
in the summer, he's free to go anywhere.
That's one they could
They
have
could
done.
have done something. I just thought they didn't really think it was
Even
serious.
there was a
incident.
point where even Benzema was an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think the
Remember
way
he was-
think the way the Benzema left for Saudi, Real Madrid are not going to look
Yeah.
like and come
Anyway.
back. You know, the pride and all that.
Like I was saying, Leipzig have problems of their own. They lost over the weekend to Union Berlin. So it's not looking great. But Danny Olmo, Lois Openda, I love
Openda.
that.
Ooh.
I love that kid. I love
He'll
that
be
kid.
praying
Look,
Madrid
but I
centre
love
backs are not
Omo.
back.
I don't know why he's still playing there.
Who?
Danny
Oh,
Olmo.
Daniel Olmo, yeah, is such a brilliant
I
guy.
don't know why he's
He
still
said he
playing.
doesn't know why he's still playing.
Barca couldn't find the money. That's the answer.
Yeah.
It's like he wants to play for Barca.
Yes, if they had the money a year ago, he probably would have ended up.
I have to specify though, his name is Danny Kofi Olmo.
Yeah. When he went, yeah.
The guy speaks Chi and eats Banku and
Are you
like
serious about this?
Oh yeah, and he posts
because
that
he had
all
a
the time.
teammate who is
He has
Ghana.
a-
What's
He has a
that kid's
teammate
name?
who is
So
who
I think when Hudson-Odoi went there,
was
Was it Hudson? No, it's not Hudson. It was
There's
it was
a
the
teammate.
Leverkusen guy.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Frimpong.
Frimpong.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Frimpong invites them to eat jollof and what have you, teaches them one or two things. And he's adopted the Kofi name, but it's very much Spanish, yeah. But he eats
So
jollof,
he
eats
speaks
banku,
shit.
eats
So
fufu.
they ask him to sign and he would respond.
Yeah, so
You know, like he's that guy. Like he's literally that
what's
guy.
that
like-
official?
Yeah, he's an amazing kid. You know, I love him, and I love watching all those videos. Of,
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant to see.
Anyway, we can move it on as well, and then see where we stand with regard to. This is the kid that's making him all the Ghanaian stuff. He's a Ghanaian kid, Benjamin Henriks.
Benjamin Henriks.
He's the one.
Henriks,
he's the one
Henriks,
at,
Henriks, yeah.
He's the one at
Leipzig. Leipzig, yeah.
Who is always feeding,
Invites him
Danny
over.
Olmo, the jollof and
Invites
everything.
him over for
He
the
has
jollof
Ghanaian
and-
parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Benjamin Henriks guy.
Yeah.
That's the guy I was looking for. I just found him. Anyway, so
Benjamin Henriks.
Wednesday's games are quite interesting as well. On Wednesday, there are 2 matches in the round of 16. There is Lazio at home to Bayern Munich in Italy.
I think that's going to be an interesting game.
The man is in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, Toto Aloti. I don't know what is wrong with him.
Who's to tell you?
Not just him, but the opposite number now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maurizio.
That's for him.
That's the one I was actually
You see,
referring to.
once-
As for Toto.
Once he actually the weather too is very cold off.
So
Once he
No, hang on a minute. Did you watch his pre-game conference in one of the games at the time Saudi were coming in for everybody from Europe?
Yeah.
And he was asked if he would be swayed by the Saudi big money, and he was asking them, can he smoke in Saudi? And they said yes. So okay, why not?
He need them pass. He need them pass.
If he can smoke in Saudi, if it's not taboo to smoke in Saudi,
And
so he can
that's all he wants.
so we have 2 teams coming together who with both coaches not
yeah.
being able to put up. We know they are far better than what we are seeing of them of late.
Lazio are 9th in Serie A.
That is unacceptable. That is really, really unacceptable. They are expected to be challenging for Champions League football, season in, season out. Bayern Munich themselves, maybe for the first time in about 10 years, are experiencing some good competition from Xabi Alonso's
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. So
damn.
maybe that in my view has gotten them to realize that they are not as invincible like they thought they were. And though they should see that, look, I think this was the reason why they bought Hurricane. Bayern Munich every now and then want to win the Champions League because they see the Bundesliga as a title already wrapped
They've done
up.
it 10 years in a row.
And they may not be very convincing, but on their day, I think they can match up to any team in the Champions League. if they were to get their players playing at their peak, then they can match up. I want to fancy them against Lazio, but in Italy, Maurizio Sarri's men will have to find at least a way to make that second leg very, very interesting. Bayern themselves have not been overly convincing, accepted. But if Lazio can squeeze a narrow win and make the second leg interesting, we could be seeing a shock. But as to whether Lazio themselves have got what it takes, player for player on the day, it matters most. That is where my doubt is, and I fancy Bayern Munich.
I think you always get chances against Bayern Munich, especially this Bayern Munich side. It comes down to how clinical you will be on the day. Unfortunately for Lazio, that has been the problem this season. They are not clinical. They are not sharp enough.
Their young man, I think his goals have died out there.
Ciro Immobile has not been scoring with the regularity with which we know.
They have what's his name? The former Chelsea guy,
Pedro is on his last legs. Zakani is great. I think Alex Zakani is brilliant when he's on the ball and everything. But one thing Lazio also poses that Bayern hate, and also it's a threat to Bayern, is when he can play expansive football. And so when you see them playing Bundesliga this season, all the teams coming up against them are playing expansive football. Yeah. But what they will tend to do is to be clinical. If Lazio can be clinical, maybe that is it. But they've not been clinical this season. I think Bayern will win.
You know what I think about Lazio and Sarri?
Yeah.
They've benefited from Mourinho's incompetence. You know the thing in Ghana where when Hearts...
They've benefited from Mourinho's
incompetence. Yes.
That's at Roma.
Yes. You know
so he's trying to say that all the attention
because of the rivalry.
Yes. So in Ghana, Hearts of Oak are not doing well, but their fans are okay because in a 2-year period, when they catch Kotoko, they beat them. Exactly. And Kotoko are the stock of the butt of all jokes, right? So the focus isn't on the Malays. That's been the problem with Maurizio Sarri. In the last 2 years, they've gotten important wins over
against
Roma, and particularly the cup competitions where they've managed to secure those wins. It's taking the spotlight away from the fact that this team has been in stagnation for about 18 months or so.
Yeah,
because
I think roughly 2 years.
Because the football they were playing about 18 months ago, people were able to forecast that this team will make the Champions League.
Under Inzaghi?
Under Inzaghi.
Oh, brilliant, mesmerizing.
And then it did happen. What you expected was for Sarri to not necessarily improve it, but keep things a bit stable. And I think maybe the part where he may have an excuse is the investment to move the team on from the old
legs. You didn't feel him though, when the signings was demanded.
Exactly.
Because the ball that Inzaghi was playing was very different from what Sarri was
very
doing.
Completely
and he wanted
different.
to change things, didn't he?
Can we look at everybody's favorite butlers? If I say
PSG.
You see, I didn't say it, but the moment I mentioned it.
Who are they playing against?
Sociedad. It's a tricky one, believe me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly tricky fixture.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Very,
tricky.
very.
And PSG goes away.
They are playing at home
Yeah,
first.
because they finished second in their group. Dortmund
They are
top
playing at
that
home
group.
first.
You know,
Somewhere,
shockingly, this PSG's team just have not looked themselves
Yeah.
the entire season.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole...
Mbappe is going to leave.
But also new direction. Right?
Yeah, of course.
They don't have a lot of stars.
But even
players.
that.
They've never had a culture or an identity.
Exactly.
For teams that have that.
Isn't that what they're trying to do now? They're trying to...
Okay, so then that's
so
why
it makes transitions like this more difficult to manage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Because how many players have Real Madrid not moved on in the last 3 years?
They have.
In the last 5
And
years.
they've looked the same.
They've actually been more successful. I mean, post Ronaldo, nobody expected they'll make the Champions League final back to back, but they have done that. And as we speak now, they probably have the best squad in all of Europe, and they're on the brink of adding Euro and then Kylian Mbappe, fixing two of the problems that they have had. PSG don't have that. Look, my money is on Real Sociedad because they've done one
In
of
France.
Yeah.
In Paris.
Yeah.
I think over 2 legs.
No,
I fancy the Spanish
look,
team.
I think that this game is better suited to Sociedad because PSG will be forced to be expansive. That opens up the game and perhaps gives a bit more. Look, if Sociedad can find a way of providing that defensive cover that will allow Taki to play his game, they would do a number on PSG.
Oyarzabal is in great vein of form.
Because for once, they are going to go to France
First.
and not be afraid.
Of course, they still have the
dominate
second leg.
opposition.
Look, has anyone paid attention to the last 3 games PSG have been playing?
They're conceding by
Look, they've
they're not
been in
playing great.
sixes.
And I think, okay, personally, I think that Luis Enrique doesn't have a grip of what he wants to do with
Not
that
yet.
team.
No, not yet.
Not yet. And
When February.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's trying to reconstruct a midfield that for me looks not ready. Ugarte hasn't impressed me.
No,
he came with a lot of promise. And
Chelsea got the bullet.
Ugarte hasn't
And
said,
Ugarte
he's the
hasn't
one
dodged the
player I
bullets.
watch and say,
you're like, he's so safe. He's
dodged
going,
the bullets.
he's going left, he's going right, he's going backwards. It's never really, it's not winning tackles as you expect a DM to make. I think the brightest spots in this PSG team is not even Kylian Mbappe. It's going to be Zaire Emery. I think it's the one player that when he's got the ball in the midfield,
You want to pass
feel
it
there's
forward.
something going to
Something
happen.
can happen.
Right? So it's, but and there is also Fabian Ruiz, who is a master architect and has got brilliant ideas, but when it comes to being cohesive and being solid in the midfield, they don't have it. He can, the South Korean also plays a bit part. So they've got great individuals, but the manager isn't able to. Dembele hasn't flourished in the PSG colours.
I think they bought from Benfica, but he's hardly featured.
Goncalo Ramos as well is still
Yeah,
there, but
still
he's
there.
he's not even starting a lot
That's what
of
I'm saying.
games.
He's like,
Kolo
they
Muani is there.
fancy Kolo Muani alongside.
It
They're
is
trying
just
to build
the
the
right
French.
combinations that makes them, because they've got great individuals, but I think they are
And
light
the
in
bigger
midfield.
problem, Sisho, is up until this point, I don't think even Lucho himself knows what the best combination for the team is.
That's
Yes.
true. I think that's true.
I think
because
so.
so how are you calling it?
I think I'll go for Real Sociedad.
To win in France.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bold one. That's a bold one.
I think PSG will narrowly win, or it could be a draw. I don't think they'll blow.
Do you think
But
over two legs they would qualify?
That's another 2 weeks from here. Football is funny.
A lot
They
can
could miss out.
change.
Yes, so we'll get to that. But in Paris, it will be close, very close for PSG too.
Interesting. Anyway, so that's the lowdown on the Champions League. Hopefully your favorite team wins. But from us here, we are done. That's how we sign out on this particular episode as well of Mallam Go. As usual, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the content. We'll be back again.
Comment.
Drop your comments. Let us know your predictions. Let us know your predictions.
Nigeria
But
people.
to our Nigerian friends, reduce the trolls in case you win.
So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks so much. We appreciate you. We see all the feedback that you guys sending. We appreciate every single one of you. You guys are the absolute best. We are so grateful for your support. Keep supporting us, and hopefully we'll take this podcast to the next level. Coach Christopher Nimley, as usual. I see people come. They don't know how to. They don't know his name because we don't have name tags. So they come. Somebody came to write your name one time.
Start tagging the name.
Sucho. They wrote SUCHO. Sucho.
No, but he's not exactly wrong.
Yeah.
He's combined the shoes.
Yeah, that's right. And his name is Victor.
Because of somebody, you want to change your own.
And I'm Fento. Tahir Fento. We'll see you guys next time.